Hi, anyone and everyone. This is Kim, the Humble Hermit with Come As You Are Oracle. I'm going to do the collective for today, Thursday, February 20th, 2025. You may follow me on the book, the talk, the tube, the lemonade, the blue sky social, the fan base, the Instagram, or not. Totally up to you. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If it doesn't fit, don't make it fit. If some of it fits, fabulous. We love that for you. If some of it does not, please just leave it on the table for someone else. We don't want you taking on energy that wasn't meant for you. Pretty easy. What's the tea? You can find that on Amazon, I'm assuming. I got that one, I think, the beginning of last year, and then I got one the year before, I think, because I have 2 copies. Okay, so I started doing the video, and I get through, like, half of the intro, and I hear, like, a big bang, right? And I'm like, something fell off the wall, something hit the floor. And I'm looking, and I run from it sounded like it came from my bedroom, which is behind this room. And nothing. I couldn't find anything. And then all of a sudden, I'm in the living room, and I look down, and there's one, I have like a party light. I got it from Party Light. It's like a 5-tier votive holder, and each cup sits on the little thing, and then you put a votive or a tea light in there. Someone knocked over one of the cups, and it fell and hit the wall and hit the floor. And I was like, that's it? That's what fell? Because it sounded like a huge crash. Now, granted, it would have been right on the other side of this wall. I literally stopped the video, and I'm like, oh, hell no. What are they doing out there? Because I got home like 4 o'clock, and I've been putzing around for like the last hour doing some stuff. And then I'm like, okay, now I'm going to do the reads. I started the oven so I can cook my dinner when I'm done with this. I was like, what the hell? Like, what are you doing out there? I think I'm going to have some ramen, maybe some salmon. Or I could have salmon with grits. I know it sounds weird. People eat shrimp and grits, which is amazing. Salmon and grits, it's not bad. But I love salmon, so I would eat it with anything. All right. We got 4 on the table. 6 on the table. 7 on the table. 8 on the table. Seven, 8, 9. We're going to do 2 more shuffles. We got 9 cards on the table. 10 cards on the floor. I figured let's pull the What's the Tea cards and see if there's anything spicy going on out there. Okay, let me grab this and then I'll do 1 more shuffle. I thought I was shuffling enough over the table. They still fall. What the heck? Okay, that was weird. Like 2 wanted to come out, but my finger caught it. I don't know what to tell you, man. It wasn't meant to be. Okay, so we got 8, 10, 11. 11 on the table. I'm going to set this over here on the deck. Okay, I still got the little towels and stuff out to keep the cold air out. All right. Oh, the beep was just the oven. Reflecting. Travel. Same shit, different day. fake accounts, inside scoop, divination abuser. Sorry, just like my nail. Kissing ass. Photo proof. Okay, all morning, all day, on and off, all day. I heard in my head the Motorola thing where they're like, say something Moto, or like they'll say something Moto. It's like, stop. Where's that even coming from? I do not have a Motorola phone, and I never have. I don't know. And I don't have TV, so I don't usually see those commercials unless for some reason it pops up on YouTube. I don't know. We got child services. We got happiness hater. Oh, maybe I saw it on Netflix. Because I do the cheapest Netflix, which is now what, $7.99, $8.99, and they have commercials. Commercials don't bother me. My ex-husband always used to get bothered by them. They don't bother me. Okay, we did happiness hater, and bottom of the deck is dodging bullets. I actually like the commercials because then I feel like if I need to get up and do something, I can get up and do something. I always felt like that, even as a kid, when that's all we had was freaking commercials. All right. Yeah, it's still in my head. I keep hearing her voice in my head. Something, something, Moto. Feminine, masculine takeout resonates. So I'm just gonna be honest. This is a toxic energy. I'm guessing not you. I mean, I hope it's not you. Maybe if you were toxic in the past. Because this is like giving me stalker energy. Fake accounts, inside scoop, photo proof, happiness hater. The travel card, this is it's not really necessarily someone actually traveling, like vacation. I'm just getting more movement. Like somebody is constantly moving. And someone's reflecting on this. Like this is someone like thinking about how like they stalk somebody online. Fake accounts, social media, spy, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, etc. Inside scoop, a closer look, nosy, up in your business. Photo proof, getting evidence. Same shit, different day. Like they do it every day. Like with the travel card, like this is someone that would have like a routine. So, like if, you get up in the morning, you get online, you do a little look-see for maybe half an hour, depending on how, loco you really are, or loca. Have your breakfast, have some coffee. Maybe do some work if you work from home. If you don't work at all, congratulations. Maybe you spend a half an hour doing your hair, going to the bathroom, fixing your bed, doing your laundry. Then you get online again. Do a little look-see-loo. Like it's somebody that does it like on and off all day. Like it's just constant. It's constant movement, like all day, every day. Same shit, different day. And they're nosy. It's like somebody. Like if this is a past friend or family member or lover, and they have no connection to you, like they are literally trying to digest anything you might put on social media. Like anything, like whatever, like give it to me. I need to know what's going on. If this is someone that you are in contact with, but maybe just, I haven't talked to him a while, or like, maybe a friend that like, you only talk to like once a month, once every couple months, something like that. Like whoever they are, they're just like, well, I love them. I need to know what they're doing. Did they change jobs? Do they live in the same house? Are they still married? Do they have kids? Did they have kids? Did their kids move out? Like it's like, do they have any money? Do they have a side gig? Do they have a boyfriend or a girlfriend? How much do they spend on groceries every week? Like, seriously, it really gives off like stalker energy. It's kind of funny because the only time now that I post like pictures of myself, and I used to post pictures all the time when I would go to the lake. I would post pictures of the lake, me at the lake. And it's not that I'm not going to take them ever again, because I will, but the only time I use them now is like when I post to TikTok for, my social media stuff, you know, to kind of boost my, well, I mean, I wouldn't say I boost anything, but I only do it for that. Like, I don't even really post a lot of personal stuff on Facebook anymore, because I opened up my personal Facebook kind of like as my business. So it's out there, it's, doing its thing. But I don't I post a lot of political stuff on Facebook, I'm not going to lie. Um, and I try not to, but at the same time, like, I often wonder if a lot of people know what's going on, because I have Republican friends and Democrat friends, and I have people that don't even care about politics. And I feel like some things you need to know about, so I will post it, and I will post my opinion. I don't care. Everybody has opinion. Fabulous. That's humanity. That's the world we live in. You are entitled to your opinion. You are entitled to voice that opinion. There you go, you know? But yeah, I haven't really been posting like a lot of personal pictures, not really. I think I even made most of my photos and stuff private on Facebook and my friends list, obviously, because I don't want people to be bugged or anything like that. But yeah, because and it's not even really like, oh, I'm afraid somebody's out there stalking me. It's just kind of the realization that if I wasn't really doing what I'm doing, which is, working on my YouTube channel, working on my TikTok, those kind of, my blog, I have my blog. If it wasn't for those kinds of things, I probably wouldn't even have a Facebook, honestly, at this point, because it's just extra BS. And at this point, like, I don't necessarily feel the need for everybody to know every detail of my life. And I'm sure people are like, oh, this time last year, Kim was posting all these pictures of the lake. And it's like, yeah, I don't. Oh, well. Like, I go. Um, I didn't go this past weekend because it was so cold. Um, I took the weekend off. I don't know if I'm gonna go. Usually I like to go Saturday morning, so that way Sunday I can sleep in late and do my thing. But I don't know that I'll go this weekend either. I don't know. We'll have to see how I feel tomorrow night. I usually know by like Friday night when I go to bed whether or not I'm gonna go or not. But yeah, it's just yeah. I haven't really been posting a lot of personal stuff. And again, if I didn't have the social media stuff going on that I do, I probably would just ditch it all altogether. Because people don't need to be in your biz. I shouldn't say it like that. Like, I just don't feel like people need to be in my biz, if that makes sense. Not that I have any biz going on, but I'm just saying. They're trying to get like, yeah, so I don't think it's necessarily photo proof getting evidence. I think like what I was saying, like they just want to see photos of someone, photos of you, if this is, you who they're watching. But like they just want to know, like, what do you look like? What are you wearing? Do you have a face tattoo? Did you get fatter? Did you get skinnier? Did you dye your hair? Do you have no hair? Do you wear colored contacts now? Like, questions. Very nosy, very nosy. And kind of antsy energy, kind of like, like a little bit. Because I could definitely see this person, like, even if they have a 9 to 5 and they go into the office, they're trying to look up stuff in the office on their work computer, which is probably not a good thing. I mean, not that a company would really necessarily care if someone is stalking someone outside the company. Then again, maybe they would. I don't know. But it gives antsy energy, like, oh, okay, like my break is over, but I really need to look at so and so's Instagram to see if they posted anything today. So let me go in and look. And then they're kind of looking around like, is anybody watching me? Is anybody watching me? It's like antsy. What is the word I'm looking? It's not antsy is a good one, but there's another one. Not nervous. It's like they're trying to hide it. Whoa. Where's your words, Kimberly Ann? If I remember, I'll say something. But it's like antsy, nervous type energy. Like, not suspicious. What? No, not suspicious. I almost had it. Not guilty. Okay. This is what happens when you're old. Like, what the? So I'm not getting like divination abuse or like dark, I'm not getting like the hoodoo voodoo bullshit. I'm not getting that. I'm getting more like somebody that would sit and just kind of be like, well, why doesn't so and so call me? When is so and so going to call me? Are they thinking about me? Oh, I hope they're thinking about me. I wish they were thinking about me. Like, putting things out, like someone saying something out loud and putting it into the ethers and trying to see, like if they put it out there enough, like, hey, I want them to call me. I want them to call me. Will you finally call? Will somebody finally call them? Like that's what they're hoping for. I'm a firm believer that when you spend a lot of time thinking about somebody, especially someone that you're maybe like not really in contact with, or again, someone you don't see that often, if you think about them all the time, I'm a firm believer that either A, they're thinking about you too, or B, they're putting off that energy that they want you to think about them, or both. That's just my opinion, but that's how I feel about that, because I personally will go through periods where like I don't think about the ex-best friend every day, like I just don't. And even if I mention her on here, like I leave this room and I don't think about her again for the rest of the night. 2-3 days at a time, a week at a time, a month at a time, but all of a sudden one day, like all day long, like I'll just think about her and I'm thinking to myself, is this because she's sitting in her house thinking about me? Like, because here's the thing, and here's my thing for you all. Take it as you will. If somebody's thinking about me and they're hoping that I think about them, and then I do, okay, let's just say that that's how that happens. I'm not gonna call you. Like, You thinking about me and trying to get me to think about you and then me thinking about you, like, that doesn't mean I'm going to call you and reach out to you. Like, I don't care. I mean, I don't want anything bad to happen to them, but no, no, I'm not going to reach out to you. I don't care. Like, literally, if you ever want to talk to me again in person, you're either going to have to run out and meet me somewhere by chance, right? Well, nothing's chance, it's all fated in destiny. But you're going to have to see me somewhere out there in the world, or you're going to have to text or call me, because I'm never going to call or text the best friend, never going to send her a letter. I just don't care. I hope she's fine. I hope she's healing. I hope she's in a better place than she was. And that's it. Like, I don't want to have anything to do with her. So putting off that energy of trying to get like me to think about them or contact them, it's not going to happen. Like I told you guys, the not this past Sunday, but the Sunday before, when the ex messaged me on Messenger, Facebook Messenger. I a year and a half and I never reached out to him. A year and a half and I never reached out to him. And it's not that I never thought about him, because I did, sure. Hoping that he was okay, hoping he was happy with the girlfriend and all that jazz. But I never reached out to him. What do I need to reach out to him for? And the sad thing is, he reached out to me. We had a couple of nice conversations, but I really came to the realization, I don't know what day it was, Monday, Tuesday. Um, he literally just reached out to me hoping that I would be single and hoping that I would sleep with him, even though he's in a relationship with another woman. No, sir. No thanks. And the sad thing is, here's the sad thing. I don't even really think of him as a bad guy, and I know that's weird to say because I just said what I said about him. I really don't think of him as a bad guy. I think he's been hurt a lot in the past. He was married twice before and he was hurt by his ex-wives. I think I hurt him some when I broke up with him. Um, and I think he's probably at the point where he just doesn't give a shit. You know, now he's in it for himself, which is fine. I understand that response. But the sad thing is recognizing this in him, and that's the reason why he reached out to me. Like, now I just don't really want to have anything to do with him. Like, I don't want to chat with you and I don't want to joke around with you, and because now you just come off as a skeezer, you know? And again, he reached out to me and it did not play out the way I think he really thought that we were going to end up messing around. And it like, no, I'm not in that energy. And he tried more than once in the last week and a half. And I'm like, no, that's okay. Well, 2 weeks, almost 2 weeks. I'm like, nope, that's okay. I'm good right where I am. And I told him, I said, the next person I sleep with is going to be the person I'm in a relationship with. Because I'm not going to be sleeping with someone on the first date, the third date, the fifth date. Like, whoever they are, they're going to have to wait a minute. I'm just being honest. But yeah, like I had this little last 2 weeks talking with him on and off, and I just realized, like, what was the point of this? And the other thing that I was thinking about is, like, because when he reached out, I thought, okay, well, maybe this was meant to be. Like, maybe we're supposed to come back together. No, I don't think that's the case at all, because his behavior just totally indicates the opposite. And now realizing, like, he just reached out to me to sleep with me and cheat on his girlfriend. Why would I want to get into a relationship with you if you broke up with her? Like, I wouldn't, you know? Anywho, yeah, I don't reach out to people. I have a couple friends that I let go of. It's like March, April of 2023. A couple old girlfriends that I used to work with, knew for like 20 years. Nope, cut them off, blocked them on Facebook. I don't think I have their phone numbers. I might. I don't think I do though. Um, I have no idea how they're doing. They're still friends. Well, one of them is still friends with my friend because we were all friends, the four of us. Um, and she talks to her very rarely, like once like once every 6 months, it seems like. And my friend, who I'm still in contact with, is like, yeah, like she tries to talk to me and I don't want to talk to her. It's like, it's just sad because like it'll be 2 years in March or April of this year that I haven't talked to either of these women, and I'm not going to reach out to them at all. And I'm just going to be honest, the people that I cut out of my life, I feel like they're the ones that think that I'm going to come back to them. I really think that all of them have thought that, oh, she'll come back to me, she'll call me, she'll text me. Well, honey, 2 years later, and I haven't called you or texted you, you know? But I don't know why people just assume like, oh, I'm going to put out that energy and then they're going to call me. Not even the slightest bit tempted. Not even. This is someone. So, a couple things with the kissing ass card. This is someone that, and no shame, there's no shame here because I've been in friendships like this, where I loved my friend, right? You know, like I thought of them as family. And maybe at some points, it seemed like I was kissing their ass. And I probably was. You know, when you love people and you love having them in your life and you consider them more than friends, you consider them family, you might kiss their ass. It's just a given. The thing is do they do the same thing with you? Because if they don't, that's a sign right there, you know? And when I see the kissing ass, you know, just someone, you know, not even necessarily kissing ass like in a bad way, but somebody going out of their way to make you happy, to buy you something, to gift you something, to take you out somewhere, to come see you, to visit you, to hang out with you, you know? Like I a lot of the people that I let go of in the last 2 years are people that never went out of their way for me. Very rarely went out of their way for me. One of the ladies that I was just talking about that I let go after 20 years of friendship, she was out of a job for like, I don't know, like 6 months, 9 months, something like that. And she had been at her previous job for 20 plus years and they let her go because I think the business went under. I don't know if it was going under. I don't know if it actually did go under. I assume. I never looked it up to see. Um, because the company was being sued, I think. So she got let go, and she was out of work for like 6 or 9 months. I would give her gas money. Like she would come up here, I would give her gas money. I would buy her lunch, buy her breakfast, whatever. We would hang out, and then she would go home. And it's like, I think back to like when I didn't have a job, when I was out of work, she never offered to give me anything. She never offered to buy me lunch. Nothing. Ever. I think the nicest thing she ever did for me was my 40th birthday. She had this cute little clay dragon made for me by one of my favorite artists on Etsy. Well, she's not on Etsy anymore. She has her own website now, but um and I still have the dragon. It is like the one thing that she ever gave me that I kept. But forget about gifts. Like she would never call me and be like, "Oh, are you all right?" or this, that, and the other. And I would text and be like, "Hey, what's going on? I haven't talked to you in a while." You know what I mean? Like I felt like I was always the one to reach out. I felt like I was always the one to put in the effort, and it just wasn't there with her. And that's what I'm talking about. Like, this is someone that expects you to put in the effort, but they're not going to put in any effort. I also think with the kissing ass card, if this is like an ex-friend, an ex-lover, an ex-family member that you don't talk to, they know if they were to come towards you or come towards someone, they know that they would have to kiss that person's ass. They know it. Like they know. And that's the thing, right? This is why they're nosy as hell and stalking online, is because they want all this information. They want to see everything that you're doing without having to come in and kiss your ass. Apologize, say something, whatever. They want all of the information, but they don't want to kiss your ass. So they're going to spy, stalk, do anything they can to get that info, but they're not going to come in because they're not going to do this. Sorry, I rambled on for like 20 minutes about the dumbest stuff. I mean, sort of, kind of. Child services, kids at risk of being taken or is about to, reporting something, neglect and abuse. I'm just seeing someone very disinterested. If they have kids, very disinterested in their children. I don't talk about my past with my parents, because I don't want to get them involved in anything that I do, any of my business stuff, because I don't ever want to get dragged to court and have to pay them money for something. So I talk about them as little as possible, and my brother, other than good things, because if I say something good, then they can't complain. But if you know, you know. It just gives off, because I was an 80s baby. So I grew up pretty fast, and I think I've told you guys this before. I can't even remember. I was babysitting my brother when I was 8, 9, 10. Like, I started babysitting him. I can't remember. Somewhere in there, I was cooking, doing the dishes, doing the laundry, making sure he got his homework done, doing my homework. And don't get me wrong, my parents were working, right? My dad was working 2 jobs, my mom was working nights. So when we were left alone, it was, because they had to work, they had bills, they had to buy groceries. And the funny thing was, is yeah, things were cheaper back then, in the 80s, the early 90s. But you also got to remember, like, my dad made really good money at his full-time job, really good money. But my mom, I mean, she was making a minimum wage. She was working part-time jobs and full-time jobs, retail, that kind of thing. So she wasn't making any money. She was making shit, honestly. I mean, that's how retail was and still kind of is. People don't make what they're worth there. They get treated like shit by the companies that they work for, and they get treated like shit by the customers. And not everybody, but enough to the point where you don't want to work in retail after so long. I mean, I worked in retail for 20 plus years, and I was like, that's it. I'm done. I'm good. Moving along. It gives off like a, like, not like abuse, like not like outright like abuse. It just gives off, I guess, neglect. Like somebody that, like, okay, well, you're on your own, figure it out, kind of thing. I mean, again, that's how, when we were raised in the 80s, that's how it was. Like, I was the last of the Gen X, and my brother was a millennial, is a millennial, I should say. But really, he was raised the same right along with me, he was just 3 years younger. So he experienced all of that stereotypical 80s baby kind of stuff, you know? In the summer, you get kicked out the front door, told to go ride on your bike and go play at the park and come back at dark, or come back for lunch and then go back out again. That's how it was. I remember sometimes my brother and I would go to the park and we would play, and it would get to the point where there was nobody there. It was just the two of us. Like, where are all the kids? Where are all the kids? At home taking a nap? I don't know. Maybe in summer school? I don't know. But it was like just me and him running around the neighborhood on our bikes. Every once in a while, you'd run into another kid from the neighborhood, but like everybody was gone. And I don't know if it was because like Nintendo already started then. Because I don't know that my brother ever had the original Nintendo. I can't remember. I know he had a Sega, the original Sega. I'm pretty sure. I don't remember if he had the original Nintendo. But I mean, that would make sense. Whenever that came out, like, that's it. All the kids are inside playing video games. They're not out at the park. And like when my brother did start doing video games and didn't want to go outside, I didn't go outside either because I didn't want to go by myself. But yeah, it just gives off like a neglect, like a blase kind of child rearing attitude towards your kids, right? Like, just like, whatever. Like, oh, you don't want to go to school today? Okay, fine, I'll call you out. But don't expect me to be here because I still got to go grocery shopping and then I start work early. Like, it just, like leaving your 8-year-old kid home alone. Like, okay, I'll be back in 6 hours. Don't burn the house down. That is what I always heard as a kid. Don't burn the house down. And yet here I was making dinner on the stove with the oven on. I think I did burn some rice once and a pizza. I think we burned a pizza once. And I remember, I think I called my mom. She was like, so she was mad, but she wasn't like. And she's like, just throw it away and put in another pizza. And don't leave it in there so long. Watch it. And I remember we had like this little like table cart thing with two stools, and you put the stools underneath, and then you can pull them out and sit there. So I was sitting on the stool like looking at the stove like, is it done yet? Because I don't think I knew how to use the timer on the stove when I was a kid. I know that they showed me, but I don't think I could remember like pardon me, the buttons. Too funny. Anyway, yes, neglectful, not necessarily outright abuse, but definitely neglectful. And that is a form of abuse. I know that. But just a very kind of attitude towards child rearing. Whoever this person is, they're not a happy person. If it's one thing to be curious about somebody from your past and to go look at a page or go look at their Facebook, go look at their Instagram, whatever. It's one thing to like go look like once a year, once every 5 years just to see, right? But if you're on there all day every day, like constantly updating and like, oh, they posted something an hour ago. Like, that's a problem. That's a problem. And if you're doing that, you're unhappy in your own life because you don't have anything to do. to where you're going to keep doing that? That just seems like a lot of work and a lot of wasted energy to me. I, I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Someone obviously not at all happy with their own existence. And you know what that stems from. You know what this stems from. Being unhappy in life. It's and being unhappy with others that are happy. It's because you don't know how to be by yourself. That's really what it comes down to when you think about it. It's always going to come down to the fact that you don't know how to be by yourself. If you're constantly watching someone else to see what their life is like, turn around and look in the mirror. Because you could be married with like 5 kids and still be the unhappiest person on the planet. Because if you don't know how to live with yourself, by yourself, for yourself, you're sure as hell not going to know how to live in a relationship with children. Again, neglect. So whoever this person is, they're just very, very unhappy with themselves, is really what it comes down to. Last card, bottom of the deck. Dodging bullets, blocking negativity, escaping crazy people, protected by haters. It's kind of funny because when I look at this, it's got like someone holding their hands up, like they're trying to deflect something, right? Like, get away, get away. It really just gives off somebody that's like trying to dodge judgment, trying to dodge karma. Someone that thinks it's okay for them to look at everybody else and peep into their lives, but don't look at mine. Don't no. It's a very hypocritical feeling I'm getting. Like some like what's good for the goose is not good for the gander, if that makes sense. It's kind of funny too because it says blocking negativity. This might be someone that actually does kind of like keep themselves away from negative people, negative situations, but they create it. And maybe that's their karma. Maybe that's their lesson. I don't know. But they're creating negativity by behaving the way that they do, by neglecting their kids, by hating on people's happiness. Like, you're creating negativity. I think I'm going to leave it there. I don't think I see anything else. I think it's 45 minutes, I think. Mostly me babbling. Okay, so with the fake accounts too. So somebody following you on social media, if they're like reaching out, contacting you, following you, on social media with fake accounts, they're probably commenting. They're probably leaving messages thinking that they're funny. I only have one comment to that because I see that all the time when I watch other readers' readings. They're like, oh, they comment on your stuff under fake accounts. Okay. I mean, I don't know. So, okay. And don't get me wrong, there are times when like somebody will subscribe to me or follow me and they'll message or they'll comment or something, and just the way they comment, I'll be like, "Huh, you remind me of so and so. Maybe you're so and so." First instinct is always right. And even if, somebody comments on my TikTok and I think like it's my ex best friend or one of my ex lovers or something like that. Even if I think that, who cares? Like, who the fuck cares? If you don't have balls to follow me and comment under your real name, and you do it under some type of synonym, some type of fake name, then I'm just going to like it and heart it and move on. And yeah, I might comment on a few and be like, "Oh, thanks. Hi, how you doing?" No offense. No offense, but I'm not getting involved. I'm not getting involved. I love you, but no, I'm not getting no. No. There's too many followers, too many subscribers out there. I'm going to be nice. I'm going to make comments. I'm going to make jokes. I'm going to say whatever I want to say, but I'm not going to get involved. And it's not because I'm being mean. It's not because I hate people. It's just because I know what's on the other side of that. I know the darker side of gang stalking and people stalking online. And I just had a thing today. There was this guy that sent me a message on frickin' Blue Sky Social. Okay, Blue Sky Social. Some guy started following me. He himself has like almost 3,000 followers, supposedly. And he follows like, I don't know, 1,000 people. And he started following me. I followed him back. He messaged me last night or something, and I messaged him this morning, and I just said hi, because I don't message people. TikTok, Instagram, Lemonade, Blue Sky Social, all those things are not dating websites. I do not get on there to talk to men, to date men. This guy messaged me. I said, hi, how you doing? He says, where are you from? I'm like, oh, here we go. Another scammer. And I said, Northern Illinois. How about you? And what does he say? What does he say? Come on, you know. Oh, well, I live in such and such state, Kentucky or Louisiana or whatever the fuck he said. And then he goes, but I'm stationed over here in Ireland. And I was like, block, block. No thanks. No thanks. No. And the sad thing is he could be a real person and not a scammer. But when I hear that, like, that is the scammer. That is the scammer's MO. Oh, I'm from, Missouri, but I'm living in Germany. I have a contract to work in Germany. Then talk to the girls in Germany. You don't need to get on social media and reach out to me in Illinois. You go ahead and talk to the girls in Germany. Like, I just don't understand people. I don't understand why. First of all, that's scamming. But the whole fake account thing, people commenting, creating a fake account, commenting on your stuff, trying to get you to say what? Like, what do you want me to say? I'm just, even if I have the thought that one of my exes, one of my friends is messaging me under a fake account, even if I have that thought, I'm not saying anything. I'm never going to say anything. Last year, more towards like the beginning of the year, like maybe like April, May-ish, I had done a reading, and I know I had mentioned the ex-best friend, and two women got on there. Two women, judging by the name on their fake accounts, got on there and made comments, negative comments on my reading, using my name, calling me delusional and crazy, I blocked it. I hid them because you can only hide them on YouTube. You can't like get rid of them technically. So if I went back to the video, I could probably unhide them so I could see them. You know what I mean? But I hid them. I'm like, you're not going to get on my page and start some BS. Take your shenanigans elsewhere. I didn't even respond. I just hide. I think I had someone to get on there, get on my YouTube. I don't even remember, you guys, like July, August maybe, and tell me that I copied someone else's reading. And I'm thinking, okay, whose reading did I copy? And I'm just gonna say this. I'm gonna be brutally honest about this. And I'm not saying that people don't literally take people's videos and then copy them and put them to a fake account to try and make money off us. I know that happens. I absolutely know that happens. That's why I always show my face. That's why I always give the date. Because I do things to try and deter from that, right? Because if you get onto another YouTube account or Instagram or TikTok and they're like, oh, I'm the Humble Hermit. I'm Kimberly Brown, blah, 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 blah. Okay, are they showing my face? Does the voice sound the same? Like, that's not my account. I only have one account. I have one TikTok. I have one Instagram. I have one Facebook now. One Lemonade. One Blue Sky Social. One YouTube for this, and one YouTube for my documentary. And that's it. But yeah, they said, oh, you copied so and so. They didn't even say who it was. They're like, you copied another reading's read. Like, you're pathetic, this, that, and the other. And I was like, there's no such thing as copying somebody else's read. We all live in the same world. There's, what is it, 3 billion people in the world? 8 billion people? I don't know. Whatever. There's so many quadrillion people in the world. How many people do you think put off the same energy? Like, how many of us have been divorced? How many of us don't have kids? How many of us have cats? Like, seriously. And I've said this a million times. We're all humans living pretty much the same experiences. You know, we all experience love, death, harmony, joy, hate. We all experience all those things. To think that someone is just like literally copying someone else's reading, like, I don't have time for that. I don't even know how I would remember that. Like, I don't even know how I would remember that. And I've come on here before and I've done readings and I've been like, oh, I think I saw something similar in someone else's reading, but I don't remember all the details of someone else's reading that I saw like the day before or the week before or the month before. I just don't believe in that. I don't really believe people are copying other people's readings like that. I mean, I know they steal videos and stuff like that, but yeah, I just don't. Like, I haven't watched anything tarot since last night. So whose reading am I copying now? And I didn't even see anything like this last night. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I don't know. The fake account thing, the commenting, like, just have the kahunas to be who you are and say it under your real name. Like, because again, like, I would never respond to that other than thanks, heart and like, and move on. Because I don't get involved. I get involved as little as possible. And it's not to say that I haven't talked to some of you, that I haven't seen you on there and commented myself and joked around. I have. And if I think that you're someone else, I'm never going to say that. Because if you don't have the balls to say anything, I don't have the balls to say anything. I just keep my balls in my pants. Someone's commenting on someone's stuff under a fake account, thinking that they're slick. And I don't think negative either. Like I think like somebody like, "Oh, you posted that picture of such and such. Like that was so cute. I really like that." Jog on, as they say. All right, now I'm done. I wasted another 11 minutes. Okay, now I'm done. I hope the message resonated for you. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope, if anything, you found it entertaining. I hope you had some snacks and some coffee while you're watching this. And I hope everybody has a lovely evening. And I'll talk to you later. Bye.